The subject of technology and learning excites me a lot. It is a focus of my studies that I did for the past 2 years. Technology within the classroom and its use and how teachers perceive the use of technology. So I was able to do extensive research and conduct a survey throughout my school, and I had other participants in other places, which gave me a lot of information on how teachers perceive and use and are able to use technology in the classroom. One of the words that we need to understand within my survey is the term paperless. Paperless does not mean no paper. Paperless schools do not mean schools without paper. It just means a lot of technology use in the school. That would be a simplified definition, and that can help us out throughout this video. I asked the teachers that participated and the administrators that participated a few different questions. I'm going to highlight the questions that are relevant to the subject that we're talking about in this module, this unit for this module. So the first question is teachers' perceptions of the 3 main academic benefits of paperless schools and classrooms. So the 3 main academic benefits of technology use in the classroom. And I gave the teachers different options that I was able to put together because I did a very extensive literary review and researched lots of peer-reviewed journals, lots of different research, lots of research that other teachers and other students conducted and other professionals in the academic sphere. So most teachers said that student work can be stored more easily and readily accessed. Then many teachers said that technology offers greater opportunities to develop technological skills. Finally, teachers said that having technology in the classroom is more efficient and offers a better ease of information access. A lot of this is actually teacher-centered if you think about it. We're able to access all the student information, portfolios, data, grades, absent or present, filling out that, I forgot the form, filling that out. We can do that online now, putting our grades online, it can be on a cloud. And then ease of information access for everybody, students, if there's access to a one-to-one program or at least 1-to-4 or something where students can work together and get research off the computer rather than looking through dusty old books or their textbook. So those were the 3 main academic benefits that people saw, and the numbers of choosing those, it outweighs the other options by a lot. So I'm just going to stick with that. Now, barriers that teachers saw of paperless schools and classrooms and high technology use in the classroom. The technological interruptions, that was a big barrier. Loss of the writing ability. People are afraid if we use technology, students are going to not learn how to write well. Handwriting would be the main fear there. And finally, the increased distraction followed by giving too much screen time. There's some fear that students will just get distracted more. I would say these barriers or perceptions, they're not based off of actual research, apart from the loss of writing ability. And there is research on reading comprehension versus screen versus reading from a book, but even that research is not clear-cut. Even there's been articles written that you read from a book, you read better than from the screen, but those articles are misleading because they're based off of research that was done, and if you dig through the research, there are different caveats that we could delve into another time, but for now we'll keep it there with the barriers. Finally, looking at teachers' frequency of technology use in the classroom and teachers' technological proficiency, most teachers said that they occasionally integrate technology use in their lesson plans, occasionally. And as well, many teachers said that they do it on a daily basis. So teachers are already doing it, I think it could be done more. Finally, teachers' technological proficiency, 50% of the people I surveyed said that they are above average. And then intermediate was the next one with 21.4%. 14.3% were experts, 10.7% were basic proficiency, and 3.6% said they were beginners. when I see the beginners, I'm like, ooh, I would not want to be in that class as a student. I don't know, this was anonymous, but beginner in technology in the digital age, I don't think that's acceptable as a teacher. Personally speaking, I think at least have basic proficiency. Even if you're teaching history or you're teaching literature, technology is a key for helping students learn better. We're not in the industrial age anymore. We're in the technological era. We're in the digital era. We're in the internet era. So these are some important factors we need to take account as teachers if we really care about reaching our students. Books are amazing. Books are awesome. But no one today digs through piles of journals to research anything in academia. We go online, we get a research database, we pull up those same journals in digital format, we put them in a PDF and we look at them, and we're able to do the same work that for our theses, our dissertations, students for their research papers that would have taken the same amount of work. We're able to do it in far less amount of time. So using the computer as a tool for research and learning is essential for this digital era. Now, talking with third grade teachers and how they integrate technology in their lesson plans, I went to the third grade team and I wanted to learn more about how they integrated technology in their lesson plans. And I'd rather just give a general overview because at our school, they are really doing an amazing job. They're the first year of implementing computer use for the students, one-to-one. It's a private school, so the students had to buy their own laptop. There's no iPads. I wish we could do that, but laptops is also helpful as well. And the students are learning Word, processing PowerPoints. They're doing research on the internet. They're learning digital citizenship. And the teachers are getting rid of paper for tests. They're getting rid of paper for writing assignments. The students still have to do a little bit of writing, and there's still some handwriting, but that element is becoming less and less. And I understand where the barrier of losing the ability to have good handwriting is becoming less and less. The question ultimately remains, should we maintain handwriting? And that's actually where, for my studies, the iPad comes in handy, and we can still get rid of paper and even a touchscreen laptop. I went to the iPad store one time and I tested out their iPad and the Apple Pen, which is obviously outrageously priced, but I was writing on the iPad and it felt almost the same as writing on paper. That is where the technology is at today, and I think soon there is going to be no excuse for not using technology in the classroom. Remember, technology is not an end, it's a means, it's a tool for education, but it is a powerful tool, it is a powerful means. We're not here to make kids technologically proficient, we're here to make kids learn and to have a very good education, but using the technology is part of that process. Technology is also an extension of who students are today with social media, for example. Technology is a part of them almost. The phone is a part of people. You come out here to China, everyone's looking at their phone. Whether you call it an addiction or not, you can get into the scientific processes of how the brain reacts with social media and curiosity, and it's the trigger response in the brain, the chemical reactions are almost the same as a drug addiction. We can get into all that, the dopamines and all that, but looking at how people view themselves on social media, they feel it's like a part of themselves. And that's where our students are at. And we have to get rid of the mindset of ripping students out of that per se and teaching them how to use technology for educational purposes, not just fun purposes, not just self-aggrandizement, self-vanity purposes, which, it's all fun and good, but we need to teach them how to use technology for education. There is so much we can do with technology use in the classroom. So these are just some short reflections. Again, I'm basing my talk off of the research data here that I have, 70 plus pages of good information that I was able to write, and my school was able to not publish externally, but publish for my personal use, and I've actually been finding it very useful in talking to teachers about technology use in the classroom. So these are just some thoughts, and I hope you were able able to learn something with the survey that I conducted and the thoughts I had about technology use in the classroom and its implementation in lesson plans. Thank you very much.